Welcome to your favorite channel where you get to learn about leadership, communication, and networking. My name is Dapo Ibrahim, and I'm the host of this channel. Today, we will be talking about how to deliver an impactful speech. If you're new to this channel, welcome. Thank you for joining us. And if you like this video, please make sure you click the like button, subscribe, and also share this video for your friends to see. Why? Because every single thing that we do involves delivering speeches. Now, I'd like you guys to ask yourself, have you ever been to a gig or a conference or an event where there was a guest speaker or someone speaking on the podium, but then at the end of the speech was so good, but then there was no reason to go do something? It's just like you going somewhere and then you're getting high on what you're serving, but then all this high energy that you're feeling, you're not channeling it into a specific purpose. It's also the same as you going out there and speaking to someone on one-on-one basis, and maybe the person even granted you the time to even talk about yourself, and then you did a brief introduction. You tell them, you tell them about what you do, and at the end of everything, you're not telling them to take an action. So in this scenario, you are delivering great speeches, you're talking to people, but then you're not being impactful. An impactful speech is a speech that you deliver, and at the end of that speech, people go out there to do something. It might be to change their life, it might be to reach out to someone, it might be to buy a product, it might be to subscribe to your email list. Whatever the case is, an impactful speech at the end of it would always channel people to take action. So there's so many people out there that give good speeches. I have so many friends that are great at speaking, storytelling, rambling, whatever it is. But when it comes to channeling that impact section, they are not very effective. And in some cases, they don't even know they're doing it. So someone like me who pays so much attention to what people say, if you're giving me that sweet talk and that that buttery talk, and you just, you sway me left and right, deep down in my mind, I am just waiting for you to hit that punchline. And by the end of this video, you will have known how to hit the punchline, how to get people to channel that focus, the high energy that you're giving them via your speech, how to become more impactful with your speeches. Come to think of it, speech, when I'm talking about delivering impactful speech, I'm talking about delivering speeches across multiple platforms. This could be in a public event, this could be in a small event, this could be in an enclosed event, this could be at your workplace, this could be at your social place, at a gym, in your church. This could even be on a one-on-one settings. This could even be on a date. I always have to relate everything to a date. Why am I doing this? All right, back to work. So when I'm talking about speech or public speaking, I'm referring to you just talking and getting people to take action. It's just like using the example of a date again. When you approach someone new and you get to talk to this person, and this person grants you the attention and you have the time. If you don't seal the deal by asking them to take action, it could be to check you out on social media, or it could be to exchange contacts. Then all those talking that you've done, all those sweet talking, all those seductive moves and all those things is just you're just doing it for doing sake. So by virtue of today's video, I want to make sure you guys get out of that sphere of just releasing all your energy and not not getting it to be impactful, and not focusing your energy towards, channeling the people or whomever your receptors towards channeling them to take action. So there are 5 key things that I would like you to pay attention to when you are delivering a speech. When I'm, like I said before, when I'm talking about a speech, this could be you talking to one person, this could be you talking to 2 people, this could be you talking to 5 people, this could be you talking to 10, 15, 20, 50, 100, 500, or even 1,000 people. And when you are doing this, when you have an audience and you're talking to your audience, you need to focus and pay attention to 5 key things. If you know you want to deliver an impactful speech, and the 5 key things that you have to pay attention to is the why, the what, the who, the how, and the now. I'll say that again. The why, the what, the who, the how, and the now. The why is, why are you giving the speech? You are basically painting the big picture. You are basically opening up the mind of your audience into seeing things from your perspective, from the broader perspective. And one of the ways to do this is by asking questions. So if you're given a speech, maybe at a conference, you want to ask them, why is this like this? Why is the economy like this? Why is it that in this industry, this person is saying this company is making this amount and this company is not making this amount? You are basically opening their mind. Now, you want to also tailor this towards the specific event, through which the event you were being invited for, or maybe it's the situation at hand. So you want to ask questions to open up your audience, and that is the why aspect. You are showing them the bigger picture, and you're tapping into, or you're getting them to tap into their imaginations. And this is a very powerful thing to do when you can just get people to imagine the bigger picture. Steve Jobs was really good at doing this. He would just tell you something, and you, in your mind, you're thinking about it. He came out and he said, I will make a device that will substitute for the iPod, and you would be able to have 1 billion music in this small device. And people were like, wow. And that was how people stopped using CDs. That was how people stopped using Walkman, and that was because he was able to get people to imagine. So in your why, you are basically painting the bigger picture, and by the time you've been able to achieve that, you bring them into the what. So the what is the what aspect of the delivering the impactful speech is where you lay down the solutions, because now that they know the why, you are now laying down the possible solutions, and you are letting them know what steps are available, what options are available, what this company has done, or what this person has done, or what you're basically laying down all the possible solutions. And the next thing, remember the why, the what, the who, the how, the now. The next is the who. This is where you introduce yourself and you talk about your credibility. Because, yes, who are you to know the why and tell us the how? Okay, so this is where you talk about yourself. This is where you talk about, and you don't take it over the top. You just, in a light way, talk about yourself. And you could do this in 2 ways. You could just list out your credentials, or you could just tell a story about yourself. Now, using story is a very, very powerful and effective thing that you probably want to learn. Storytelling is one of the greatest skill you could have as a speaker. So you basically just by By sharing a story about yourself, you are connecting with the audience on a more emotional level. So you're not just giving them facts and figures and your certifications and who you are. You're telling them a story. One of the favorite quote that I would like you to hold on to from this aspect is that facts tell and story sells. Okay, I'll say that again. Facts tell and story sells. If all you do is just list out facts and numbers and figures and certifications, fine, they will listen to it. But the moment you get off the stage, but when you share a story about yourself, the moment you get off the stage, because with stories you're connecting with people, and our brain has a way of picturing things. So when you share a story, people already have a picture in their mind, and after the speech, that's why people walk up to you and then they talk to you and they share their own stories with you, because now they feel like they can connect with you. So always keep in mind. And when you're sharing a story, it might also vary on the event. It might also vary on the timing that you have, to speak. Sometimes you have just 30 minutes to speak. Sometimes you have 1 hour. Sometimes it's an hour and a half. So you might want to be able to put the story in. It might be a 10-minute story, or depending on the time. If you have like an hour event, you could share your story in like 10 minutes. Okay, or maybe 15 minutes, depending on how you formulate the whole story, or how much time that you have. All right. So once you have your story, well laid down and well organized, you also want to look into what it is that you are offering, because now that they have the story and they're connecting with you on an emotional on an emotional level, you also want to share a story. You want to share with them what is this thing that you are offering, and that is the how. How are you going to resolve the problem that you identified in the what section, and the why section, and all the possible solutions that you were offering in the what section? What is it that you are offering? And that is the how. Okay, you have to list those down. You have to get them to start thinking about the things, because now that they're connected with you on an emotional level, you want to get them to start thinking of how is it that they can imply, or how is it that they can apply all those informations that you are giving them. And that is the how part. And then the final aspect of it, of you delivering an impactful speech, is, and this is after you've introduced the how, and they are ready to practice the how, the solutions that you've given them. The final stage is the now. And that is what I was talking about at the beginning of this video, that if you remember clearly, that there are so many speakers out there that they give speeches, and it's a sweet speech, a wonderful speech, but they don't ask you to take action. Okay, so the now aspect is where you make sure you include it. You ask them to take an action right now. Now, the action may vary depending on the event or your speech or whatever. It might be to buy a product. It might be to sign up for your email list. It might be to just go online. It might be to make a donation. It might be just make sure you get them to take an action. And that way, everything that you've been talking about now plays into being impactful. So always keep those things in mind. The five things to keep in mind if you want to deliver an impactful speech. Okay, think about the why, the what, the who, the how, and the now. Okay, the why, the what, the who, the how, and the now. Always keep those 5 key questions in your mind, and you will be able to deliver an impactful speech regardless of the gig. And this also gets better. The more speaking you do, the more better you become as a public speaker, the more effective you become as a public speaker. Even if it's an online speaker or a YouTube speaker, you have to keep doing it until you just, you get better by the days. By the time, one of my mentors will tell me, for you to become a better speaker, you must have given at least 200 speeches. And some people do it in 10. It doesn't matter. But if you're coming from like a level 1 or level 0, you must have given like 200 speeches. But it's achievable, it's doable. You just got to keep practicing, you have to keep improving. And that is the video for today. I believe you've all learned how to deliver an impactful speech. So thank you for watching it up to this very level. And if you have learned something very, very valuable, I would like you to click the like button and also share this video for all of your friends to see. And if you are interested in learning more about communication, networking, and leadership, I would strongly advise you to subscribe to this channel, because I will be digging deeper into leadership, communication, and networking in a way that no other channel on YouTube has ever done. And I would really advise you all to stick with me on this channel, and let's keep growing this community until it becomes the most impactful community on YouTube. Until next time, I'll be seeing you in my next video. My name is Dapo Ibrahim. Thanks for watching.